What is up, man? Happy Tuesday to y'all, man. Hope y'all having a smooth Tuesday. Fantastic week. Today we're just gonna be talking about support, man. I feel like at the end of the day, a lot of people feel like, excuse me, they can't do certain things because they need a certain amount of support. Growing up, I never really grew up with much support. When I say support, a lot of people got their aunts, uncles, great grandmas, and all this. You know, and a lot of people kind of that's the setup of their lifestyle. My lifestyle was personally. I tell you all the time, I only had one person believe in me, and that's my father, man. At the end of the day, this is someone who supported me the most. We've had our ups and downs. Let me turn this down a little bit. We've had our ups and downs, but we stayed loyal to each other. He's been there in times of need that I needed him, and I've been there to assist him when I was able. And the reason I'm talking about support, bro, is because it's important to know that you don't need a whole lot of support, bro. Um, from family members around or friends. In life, the world is gonna support you. Like for instance, man, you guys, you really motivate me with the YouTube. Just to put out more videos, to be more active. Just having a understanding, like, dang, there's a group of people who have never met me that support me in the sense of they think I got potential in life. You know what I mean? Because in life, not a lot of us, we grow up with all the most support. So some of us, we only got one person, but that's all you need. That's all you need is that one person, man, along with God. And sometimes it takes a while for people to understand this, and this is very important because, bro, listen, there's some people out there, they live with their grandma. They live with their granddad. It's no aunts, uncles, cousins really checking for them. So, but grandma and granddad go hard for that individual. They motivate that individual. They get that individual words of affirmation. This is kind of my setup with my OG, and my OG was just recently telling me a story, bro. Cause I ain't really over to Thanksgiving, whatever. The dinner or whatever, man. I really was on my Dolly time. Dolly is like, on my own type of vibe just because I personally don't want to go to a Thanksgiving dinner where it's negative vibes, a bunch of people who pretending they don't necessarily like each other, stuff like that. So I didn't end up going to the Thanksgiving dinner or whatever. I might have been working too. I don't even remember, but so as I'm talking to my OG, my pops, he's telling me about this specific uncle I got, man. Now, keep in mind, bro, I don't have a close relationship with this uncle. I never even spent time with this guy on it. When I say spent time, I mean like hanging out, talking, converse, nothing really, bro. And they were having a conversation, and the conversation was, I'm the oldest of six siblings total. Three of them are from my dad. The three of them are from my mom. So my pops is they're talking, and the guy must have asked him like, "Oh, who would you say is your most dependable kid?" Blah blah blah. My pops mentioned me, and when he mentioned me, it was like this individual, so quote unquote uncle that I've never spent time with. I don't have a personal relationship with. I ain't never really even talked to this guy, bro. He's attempting to convince my pops, my father, the one who birthed me, the one whom I talk to every day on the phone, see weekly, bro, that I'm not the most dependable child he has. And it's almost like a crazy thought. It's like how could somebody convince someone else of their child that they birth. But it just shows that, bro, a lot of the times it be the people that's really close to you that's really hating the most, bro. You know what I mean? Because for my pops to make that statement, bro, that there's a lot of things that I've done that backs up that statement. You know, I've been there for all my siblings, my pops, just a real down to earth individual, man. But here's my step uncle. He's a step uncle who barely knows me. Never really had a conversation with me, bro. You know, never really sat down and get to know me. You know, never even supported anything I was doing. Doesn't even know my favorite color. And he believes like I'm not the most dependable child for my father. But it just goes to show you that, bro, a lot of the people that are close to you, instead of supporting you or having you a better perspective of you, they hating on you, bro. They hating on you. They're looking down on you. They're looking at it like, why him? You know what I'm saying? And why you? That's what they're looking at, and that's the thought that's in their mind. So it's almost like there's no way to really convince them because, bro, look at this from a perspective of my dad knows me best. This guy, he don't know me at all. He never even talked to me, bro. But he's trying to convince my father that out of all my siblings, I'm not the most dependable guy. It's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? It's crazy on a level of like the entire family knowing what I've done for my siblings, what I've produced. But it just shows that people just don't want to support anything good, bro. Because a lot of the people that this guy was naming that he felt could be more dependable than me are people that I've literally catered to and taken care of. You get what I'm saying? So it really just opened my mind, like, yo, bro, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what you got going on, what you're doing. If a person doesn't want to support you, that's gonna be their actions. That's what they're gonna come. That's how they're gonna act, and that's gonna be their mindset. And it's hard to change that because there's no way that this guy should even be trying to convince my father that I'm not the most dependable child he has because I'm his child. But my uncle he just never wanted to support me, man. He just can't really wrap the thought around of really truly supporting me, you know, out of everyone in the family. You know, but just the thought of this from somebody that's closely related to me is crazy because it's like I haven't seen this uncle in forever, bro, and I've never really done negative anything to where he shouldn't believe that, oh, I'm the most dependable person that my father believes. But it's almost like, dang, okay, if my father says, look, man, YS is my most dependable kid, why try to convince this individual of his kid? Like, that must mean this person must have had some ill intent in their heart. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really making this live for y'all to relate to this live, man, because bro, at the end of the day, a lot of the people that y'all want to support y'all, bro, they got hate in their heart for y'all, bro. They got hate in their heart for y'all, and it's only certain moments in which that hate is gonna be shown, bro. It might be in a conversation. It might come as a joke. It might come through a conversation with another person, then gets back to you. But too many times, there's too many people out there expecting support from people close to them, bro. And it's sad to say that person's a hater, bro. They're haters, bro. It's bro. To be able to count the amount of haters you're gonna have that are close to you is literally gonna blow your mind, bro. It's gonna blow your mind. It's so many haters that want to get close to you, bro. These haters are in your family. These haters are friends you've been going to school with. These haters are people you hang out with, and oftentimes you'll question, how come this person don't really support me, but they around me all the time, this and that. But it's because they're a hater, bro. They got a hate in their heart that they feel like you got something they want, bro. At the end of the day, or they just don't want you to be in any good light. When I say a good light, it's like, okay, let's say people, applaud you for being a genuine person. That's gonna make that person mad. They're gonna say, well, that's not the most genuine person. This person is, and I want people to start waking up and realizing, like, bruh, oftentimes a lot of the people next to you are haters. A lot of the people in your family are haters. A lot of your friends been haters, bruh. They just didn't know how to show you that characteristics during that time. It probably came out subtly sometimes, but you played it off. You know what I mean? And and my pops telling me this, I told him, I said, yo, pops, that's kind of crazy, man. It's crazy that someone is gonna try to convince you of your own son's characteristics, because my pop knows my potential, man. He knows my ability. He's seen what I've done. The guy that was speaking on me has never seen anything. He's never been around. He doesn't know who I am. He doesn't even know my favorite color, bro. When I say my favorite color, that's a simple thing you're supposed to know about somebody, that you know their characteristics and potential, but if you don't even know that, you don't really know a person. Um, so going forward, I told my pops, I'm like, man, at the end of the day, you the only person I need to believe in me besides God. And that's how you gotta be feeling about a lot of the stuff you say you want in life, bro. I don't care. Nobody else believe me doing nothing. Who cares about them? You know what I'm saying? Long as my OG believe in me and I got God, we good, bro. We ready to take on anything. You feel what I'm saying? I don't need this person, that person to believe. I don't need none of them. And I appreciate y'all, man, for even watching the videos, bruh, or commenting under the post. It means a lot. It means that, man, like, you guys haven't met me before or really seen me in the sense of hanging out, but you guys believe that there's some type of potential. And that goes a long way, because what I said earlier in the lives is what you have to pay attention to. The world is gonna support you, bro. Strangers. Some of you guys I've never met before, I've never hung out with, bro. I ain't never. We might have had moments on the internet and lives, made a connection that way, but there's people that's been close to me for years, bro. Watch me grow up, and these people don't believe I'm anything good. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that random strangers does is just a way of God reminding me. You feel me? And as y'all go forward, whatever you chasing, man, I want you to remember, bro, you don't need a lot of people to believe in you, especially family and friends, bro. Those be your biggest haters, bro. I'd rather a stranger be a hater, bro, than somebody close, cause somebody close hating on you don't really make no sense, bro. And a lot of the times, the people that you have hating on you, bro, are people that you literally do good for, bro. People that you literally look out for, people that you've shown kindness, been genuine to. Those are the ones hating on you, because they're almost upset. Like, why is it that you have the ability to still be successful in life, have a good heart, but still have God within you? That's really what I feel like it come down to, bro. Just having a good heart. One second here, squad. As I go along, though, it just shows me a lot, man. It shows me that No matter what you're doing, that's positive. People will see a lot of stuff that's positive, that's close to you, and they won't celebrate it because they're upset. Because they would rather see you involved in drama. They would rather see you involved in chaos. They'd rather be able to gossip. You know, a stranger might see you and admire what you're doing. Like, hey man, look, I see what you're doing, man. Keep up the good work. Like, for example, I personally feel like, yo, I ain't been going as hard as I've been supposed to with the videos, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not an excuse maker, but all of that deals with finances, and I'm not gonna complain about finances. But I know, hey, eventually I will get to a plateau where that will be different. So when I do upload here and there, and I see the comments of from you guys that are like, yo, YS man, keep up the good work, keep uploading, keep dropping videos, and it's like, yo, that's motivational, cause bro, I don't know y'all from a can of paint. You know what I'm saying? So that's real genuine support. 1 second here, squad. You know that's real genuine support. And it's like it's good because there's nothing really attached to that. Meaning that look, I ain't really done nothing for y'all, bro. I haven't done no favors. I haven't given y'all gas money. I haven't dropped food off. I haven't really done nothing. So it's real genuine support seeing that, bro. Now compared to someone that look, I'm taking care. My uncle, I used to take care of his sister. The one that said this about him, me. I used to take care of his sister as a caretaker, fool. If my mans can't think of me any positive, I was a good caretaker to his sister, man, in a dire time of need. And this was somebody much older than me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about triple my age, bro. I was in elementary school, but for him to forget that, it's like, damn, okay, that right there alone should show dependability, man. You know what I mean? But it just shows, bro. No matter what's transpired, no matter how much good you've done, a hater cannot stop the hate that's in their heart. Only they just gotta get their heart to God. They gotta get their heart to God, man. So if you somebody out there, look, you got a business plan. You want to do content on YouTube. You want to be a boxer. You want to be an NFL, whatever you want to be, bro. Just realize, like, look, okay, you don't need a lot of support from the people that's right by you. Of course, we all want that, but if they're not providing it, they're haters, bro. They are haters, unhappy individuals. Now that doesn't mean the world is not gonna give you support though. The world is where the support is gonna come. You'll be surprised like the random strangers that'll change your life faster than anyone you hang out with know or have in your phone or see regularly. You know, a stranger will change your life much quicker. So anyone chasing anything, man. Cause I'm telling you, I feel like a lot of people get disappointed because they feel like they don't get enough support. That's something that's strong enough to make a person not want to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Make a person say, forget this. You know what I mean? But it shouldn't though, because support is not. I'm telling you, support is not gonna come from those people around you. It's not gonna come from the people you know. It's gonna come from total strangers. Because a lot of the times, the people that you know that you have around you, bro, these people are miserable, bro. They don't want you to even show one lick of happiness above theirs. You know, when I say a lick of happiness above theirs, they don't want you to be happier than them. They don't want you to be shining more. You know what I mean? They don't want you to be accomplishing more. They just want you to be a bum so they can talk about you every day to feel better about whatever they got going. You know, they just want you to have loser activities, police encounters, like just all negative stuff, man. All negative stuff. That way, that's the only time you're worth discussing. If you're not really getting in all the negative stuff and all that, They don't want to discuss you, man. You too successful. So knowing that going forward, I want all of you guys to remember, bro. Look, that support that you've been looking for, the world is gonna get out to you. It's gonna take some time. You're gonna have to work. And I'll take support from the world any day over people close by me who really have genuine hate in their heart, but don't have the courage to tell me. But then they kind of like subconsciously or subtly make statements about me while talking to others, or like just do weird stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want anybody out there to be feeling like, hey man, I need to have the whole support of my family, or I'm gonna just give up on my dreams, or I need everybody to comment that I know my stuff and blah blah blah. And it's like, bro, you don't really need that, man. All you need is persistency. You need God for sure. If you have persistency, you have God for sure. You know what I mean? You have one person, grandma and granddad, your little brother, somebody that believes in you, you set, man. You set to win. You set to win. Now that's not gonna say having that things are gonna be easy. You're still gonna have to work hard, man. But I'm telling you, I know how a lot of people be thinking, because when I first started doing music, man, I'm gonna tell you, though, it was a lot of people that I used to hang out with regularly. They used to come to my house regularly, eat my food, smoke my tree, that never supported me online. And it would bother me sometimes, because it was like, dang, these are the same guys. When they drop a post, they like, hey bro, can you please comment? Bro, can you please reshare? And I'm doing all of that stuff, but when I drop something or I put out something, they just never saw it somehow, or they wouldn't give it no attention and wouldn't pay no mind, and it was like, dang. But these is my guys. These guys around me all the time. How come they don't never tune in and put the effort in to push my stuff as much as I do theirs? But that'll have you in a false sense of loyalty. Cause imagine that you supporting somebody, and they see that you have stuff going on, but they're totally ignoring the fact that you got stuff going on, and they're not even supporting you. They're not supporting you. So anyone out there, stop thinking you need 50 people to be on your team to get anywhere in life, or you need your granddad, your grandma, you know, plus your auntie, the whole family to support you. Bro, half of those people don't want you to be nothing in life, so they can be like, yo, that's YS, the bum right there. You know what I'm saying? So knowing that they don't already support you, knowing that they already hating, bro, it's up to you to make something shake. You feel me? Like, just hearing the fact. Of course, I don't care about having something to prove, but I know for a fact personally. Look, I can never change that uncle of mine's perspective from him thinking I'm not the most dependable child my dad has. That's just his perspective. The only thing I can do is prove my dad right by being on my game, taking care of him to a certain extent, assisting him when I can, and it's like, okay, that right there beats those guys, that guy's comment tenfolds. You know what I mean? Because anybody who's not dependable or reliable, they don't even have a relationship with their father, bro. They not even talking to him. They not even trying to look out for the OG. You know what I mean? They just all about them. So hearing that about me is like, all right, well, I need to be so successful to the point where you guys can have that conversation again, and that guy can reconsider his thought. And if he doesn't, it doesn't matter. But you can kind of flex on him. Like, yeah, I remember when you said my son wasn't the most dependable. Now look at this guy. He's a billionaire. He's bought me my own land. I have a farm. Vibes like that, man. Because I don't want nobody to be discouraged. Nobody believe in you. Believe in yourself. You need to believe in yourself because you don't want to make everything shake. You don't want to make everything happen. This your life. So who cares if someone else believes in you? Are they gonna push you from just believing you? Because I could just believe. I could believe in a famous Trey Young. I believe in Trey Young. That don't mean I'm about to go support him all the way. Maybe I just see that this guy he has potential to be one of the greatest point guards. That's just a example, metaphor. But I want guys, girls, people out there stop thinking you need a whole band, musical band, to get you going. You just need one person. You need yourself, and you need God. And let the haters talk, man. The haters, they got days and hours, centuries to just say the same thing over and over. Saying that same thing over and over, maybe it makes them feel better. Maybe them talking about you in the sense of you not really being a factor in life does something for them. I couldn't tell you, but we not out here moving like that, man. You feel me? We out here moving with love in our hearts. We don't got time to fake support a person. It's either I support you or I don't support you. You know, um, and then this support thing has stopped a lot of people. You know how many people been that in claim they ain't had no support besides your dream in life. It's like in life, everybody need a little bit of assistance, but most of the time that assistance don't come from the people you make all the sacrifices for anyways. It comes from strangers. But yeah, I love y'all, man. Quick little live action. You don't need nobody out there, man. Support yourself. Boost yourself. Hype yourself up. You know, at some point, these people gonna have to pay attention to what you're doing, but it's gotta be, you gotta get it established right now. Once it's established, then maybe they might want to consider you for being, the next person up for the fam or whatsoever, or someone they always admire. You know what I mean? When people start seeing you moving, these are things they start saying to you, like, man, I always knew you was the one, bro. Like, out of everyone, bro. Y'all know exactly what I'm saying. But whole time, this man was like, bro, you wasn't your time with the tool. You might as well stop it, bro. How many views you got? How many views you got? Hey, like, I personally don't never go worry about another person's views, bro. Why? It doesn't make sense. Like, how do I get my views on that level? That's what I need to focus on, you know? Because when you start paying attention to other people, it's like you start wanting to be either like them or you attracted to something they have. And if they don't really give you the response you need, it's kind of like, okay, what happens then? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these content creators, they go outside and they be asking people some of the most disrespectful stuff or saying the most disrespectful stuff. And it's like, bruh, you wouldn't talk like this off the internet, off the camera. You would be a different guy. But y'all don't need no support but God, man. And yourself. Believe in yourself the most. Wake up feeling like you could be the president one morning. Wake up feeling like, you the astronaut one morning or the mayor. You know what I mean? So these all the things I wanted to share with y'all, man. Support or no support, you gotta go hard. You gotta go tough. You gotta go dumb. I love y'all though, man. And I'm out of here.